Chapter 449, The Skies and Land Change in Color. I choose the Dragon Order Primal Chaos Tablet. I choose the Wind Shadow Primal Chaos Tablet. The black-robed receiver walked from the outermost layer of the group, slowly progressing inwards, simultaneously asking for each of the geniuses' choices. However, behind the crowd, Luo Feng creased his eyebrows and his gaze sweeping past the 52 pictures. Honesty, out of these 52, there were a total of 38 that actually caught his attention and piqued his interest, including that Mu Zhu Primal Chaos Tablet, even though it had enticed him. It did, however, work with a very complex flow movement. Most suitable for me? Luo Feng looked at the picture on the left, and another on the right, in the distance. His most favorite, the 9 Universe Primal Chaos Tablet, and the final one he saw, the Scarred Heart Primal Chaos Tablet. When he looked at the 9 Universe Tablet, his entire being cheered excitedly from within, feeling that the 9 Universe Tablet was the most suitable for his Nanshan armament's progress. With slight changes, he could even incorporate it into his close combat techniques. However, the Scarred Heart Tablet, Luo Feng looked. He could faintly see the skills and blade works appearing within his mind. Those 10081 slashes, they could be said to fully incorporate an extreme level of blade work. Which should I choose? Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. He wanted to train them all. The 9 Universe was most suited for his Nanshan armament, while the Scarred Heart Tablet was most suitable for his blade work. Of course, his current strength was still very weak. He could only make out very little bits of each of the complex tablets that were infused with extremely profound elements. These 52 tablets were, after all, the huge pathways to the pinnacle of strength. Theoretically speaking, every tablet in itself could help one comprehend close combat and long-distance combat. He's come. Luo Feng turned to look. The black-robed receiver had already recorded over 700 answers. He had already reached beside Luo Feng, looking up and staring at him. Which do you choose? The black-robed receiver asked. I choose the 9 Universe Primal Chaos Tablet. Luo Feng replied seriously. The black-robed receiver nodded and the screen on his arm recorded it immediately. He turned and continued on to the next person. Even though the Scarred Heart Tablet and the 9 Universe Tablets are both my favorites, and my close combat improves at a fast rate, my strongest skill is still without doubt my long-distance attacks. Right now my close combat is improving, mainly because of the Mosha clone training the illusionary techniques. A true warrior doesn't need every skill and technique to be that strong. If they are all strong, it also means they aren't all that strong in general. Strengthen my strong point. Constantly strengthening my strong points, making them become absolute and powerful. That's a true absolute warrior. And the Scarred Heart Tablet begins from the Gold Origin Law's entrance. The 9 Universe Tablet approaches, however, from the Space Origin Law. Amidst the many origin laws, it was without a doubt that space and time were the two strongest. If he had to pick, he would pick the stronger one. The black-robed receiver walked till the end of the pathway and recorded everybody's answer, turning and smiling. I've already sent your choices out, follow me. Luo Feng and the rest of the 1000 followed the black-robed receiver and left that pathway to go deeper, eventually leading to an empty training ground. This training ground was extremely empty and spacious, about 10 kilometers long and wide. If it were an ordinary person from Earth, he wouldn't be able to see end to end. Naturally, Luo Feng and the rest could see it all clearly. Within the empty training ground, the 1000 people gathered. The black-robed receiver stood in front of them. Right now, among the secret rooms of the 52 tablets, 12 of them currently have people in them. The other 40 are empty. The black-robed receiver looked at the group before him. I will now read out the names of these 40 empty rooms. Yen Shan Primal Chaos Tablet, Scarred Heart Primal Chaos Tablet. The black-robed receiver swiftly reported the 40 names in one breath. Those that have chosen these 40 tablets, immediately head towards the left entrance ahead. You will be arranged to enter the secret rooms. The receiver pointed into the distance. On the left end of the training ground, there was a 30 tall entrance. Head over there now. Immediately, at least 800 over of the youths became beam of lights and left, leaving behind only a little more than 100 youths. You 139 will wait a while. The black-robed receiver said, the tablets that you have chosen currently have people in them. When other people are in there, it is absolutely forbidden for anyone to open the room and disturb them. Hence, when they've finished, you all will enter. The longest time you'll have to wait will only be 3 days. This way, you can go to the city owner residence's tower. The black-robed receiver pointed ahead. Over there, you can train there first. When it's time for your turn, I'll inform you all. Luo Feng, Savage Rong Jun and the rest of the 139 youths could only head to the tower. So unlucky. 52 Primal Chaos Tablets, only 12 of these had people in them, and it's actually us. Along the way, the youths were somewhat helpless. Savage Rong Jun smiled and looked at Luo Feng. Luo Feng, you and I are really brothers in arms. We entered the top 10 together, up to the top 5 battles. Even the choices of the tablets, both our choices have people in them. 52 Primal Chaos Tablets, only 12 of these had people in them, and it's actually us. Along the way, the youths were somewhat helpless. Savage Rong Jun smiled and looked at Luo Feng. Luo Feng, you and I are really brothers in arms. We entered the top 10 together, up to the top 5 battles. Even the choices of the tablets, both our choices have people in them. Luo Feng nodded, asking, which did you choose? Me? The huge axe tablet. Savage Rong Jun said. Rong Jun, I too chose the huge axe tablet. The Manka youth Wuka who was speaking to others turned and suddenly shouted, running over and spoke softly, Luo Feng, Rong Jun, do you know just who left behind this huge axe tablet? Every tablet was left behind by true pinnacle warriors of the human race history in the universe. 52 Primal Chaos Tablets, they became the treasures of humanity. Who? Rong Jun asked. Don't tell me it's connected to the huge axe dojo? Luo Feng thought and asked. Right. Wuka nodded, saying softly, this huge axe tablet is left behind by the founder of one of the 5 great Leviathans. The huge axe dojo, it holds within unbelievable power. The moment one completely comprehends it, that's simply heavenly. You'd become the pinnacle of pinnacle existence within the entire universe. The founder of the huge axe dojo? Luo Feng and Rong Jun exchanged glances. My God! One of the 5 great Leviathans of humanity. If one actually wanted to put a ranking to these 5 Leviathans, it was actually pretty simple from one thing: the entire universe humans, 1008 universe countries, every 10,000 years they hold 2 genius battles. One was organized by the Virtual Universe Company and another by the Huge Axe Dojo. The most exceptional geniuses were picked by these 2. The Universe First Bank, the Universe Galaxy Bank and Universe Mercenary Alliance, however, never do such things. So who's stronger in the 5? The Virtual Universe Company and the Huge Axe Dojo naturally stand above the rest. And as the founder of the Huge Axe Dojo, His status was much higher than any of the 1008 universe country leaders. Hence I chose the huge axe tablet. Wooka was satisfied. Also amongst the sector lords and Undying, this tablet is also the most popular. Haha. Rongjun laughed. Luo Feng twitched his lips. Of course, the rest of the other tablets are also not ordinary in any way, otherwise they'd never gain the right to be erected beside the huge axe tablet. Wooka consoled Luo Feng. Luo Feng, study that 9-universe tablet properly, you still have a bright future. As he said, Wooka held his stomach and laughed. You punk. Luo Feng shook his head. In the tower of the residence, Luo Feng and that group of over 100 youths sat within, gazing into the distance. It was too huge. The entire primal chaos was extremely huge. As for the distant areas outside the city, they were a complete blur and hard to see clearly. The main thing was, a large amount of primal chaotic energy was flowing within the primal universe, causing people to be unable to see too far. So comfortable. This primal universe is so much more comfortable than the actual universe. The group of youths were discussing. Luo Feng could feel it too. Ever since they entered the primal universe, his entire body was incomparably comfortable. From internally to external, from mental to his body, they were all comfortable. This is the reason for the primal universe. In the distance, a middle-aged man in a loose purple-golden long robe walked over. You are the winners from this time's genius competition organized by the Virtual Universe Company? HM. Luo Feng and the rest of the 139 turned and nodded. The reason why you feel so comfortable is because of this. The middle-aged man pointed beside to the primal chaos energy flow floating. This is what we call primal chaos energy. It has different properties from the elemental universe energies in the actual universe. It's also different from those mixed universe energies. This primal chaos energy has the peculiar energy to nurture and evolve many types of things. Surrounded by this energy, naturally you'll feel comfortable. The middle-aged man smiled. Luo Feng and the rest realized. However, this type of energy is only present in the primal universe. The middle-aged man in the purple-golden long robe shook his head. Even if you try and bring this energy back to the actual universe, it will only dissipate into other forms of energy. When Luo Feng and the group of youths were chatting with this powerful warrior, suddenly, explore new ovals on nvelbai.com. Rumble, in the distant land and skies, powerful ripples were happening. The sounds shook both the land and skies. Ways. An angry roar resounded throughout the skies of the entire primal chaos city. A fearsome lightning energy immediately pierced through tens of millions of li, causing the strong warriors on the balconies of the buildings to all open their eyes and look into the distance. Luo Feng and the group who were suppressed by that powerful energy had all gone pale, looking shocked from the tower. In the distance, a tall and sturdy bull giant dressed in ancient copper armor was almost like a god of the land and skies, wielding a huge axe that was almost his size and waving it, and slashing towards another great being that was currently a beam of lightning fleeing. That lightning energy they all felt was from this absolute being fleeing. Silence. Luo Feng and the rest of them were all shocked and pressured by the energies of these two absolute beings. They actually dare to battle in Primal Chaos City? The purple-golden long-robed middle-aged man looked in the distance, saying shocked, "Ways, how can this bull man be so stupid?"